Hello my friends, it's Liv again here. As I said, I will make another video about this BMW 320 efficiency dynamic 2012. Yeah, so this is how it looks. The interior is very good quality of paint on the seats. It's a very good combination of black and cream. The poor quality of this plastic, they could do with a better one, but that's what it is. You can't change it, but it's still nice. You can't blame it. And this is the Steptronic gearbox, automatic 8-speed, as we know if you are aware about this BMW. This is my personal GPS, so because I like it, and this is the drive. So basically the reason of this doing this video is to share with you exactly the real miles per gallon that you get in this car. Well, I drove this car for 6 years and I can tell you the consumption I've got. And I'm driving most of the time on city, which is basically 70% of my driving is in city, and 30% is like dual carriageway, motorway, and just normal roads. Yeah, so this is the dashboard. Yeah, so the car has got 115,000 miles on, which is good. It's not bad. So now driving this car, I reset the battery last year, and then the mile per gallon, it was just 0. Yes, so now I'm gonna switch over and I'm gonna show you what is the real miles per gallon. Because when you take the car from the manufacturer, they will say to you, well, the car performance is 65 miles per gallon. Well, that's bullshit. You can't tell me that this car performs 60 miles per gallon. Not even if you drive with 40 miles an hour, it won't perform 65 miles a gallon. No way. That's just not true. That was a test done when the car was on a factory, and I don't think so. Somebody is gonna get 60 miles per gallon. No chance. So me personally, when the manufacturer said 60 miles per gallon, I get 10% off, and that is my goal. So I think that's the way it should be. So doing the city and all the 70% of city and 30% of dual carriageway and single carriageway and motorways, this is my consumption that the computer says. So it's 51.6 mile per gallon, which is just not beautiful. It's just astounding. This is the real one within a year. Yeah, so this is what I've got within a year. So I'm driving basically the same things every day. Probably in the summer I drive more because I like to go out, but this is the real performance that the car shows. 51.6 miles per gallon. Yeah, which converted in liter, you're gonna get like maybe 5.4 liter per 100 kilometer, which for a 2-liter engine and a 2-ton car, a heavy car like this BMW, I think the consumption is just outstanding. So I'm very pleased with the consumption. And I drive aggressive. I mean, not aggressive, I drive like sporty. Most of the time I drive in Eco Pro for saving fuel, but I drive sporty as well for, for having fun and all this. But my own driving style is not just slow. I'm driving fast. I mean, legally, but a little bit sporty. And this is what it is. So I think it's just very, very well talking about this mile per gallon. These models, especially 320 efficiency dynamic, haven't been built with the same gearbox anymore after 2012, 2013. And I can tell you that this gearbox, that is 8-speed automatic gearbox, Steptronic, I think this is probably the best gearbox that that BMW or the Germans ever been built. You can find it in a different manufacturing cars, like Chrysler's, like whatever, who got the money to pay for it. But after 2012, 2013, the BMW never used this gearbox, in particular 8-speed gearbox, because it's too good. So they're using in new cars, they use the 7 gearbox or less, but it's not the 8 one, which as I said, I've drove so many automatic cars, but this one is just literally amazing. I like the thing that they put the parking button here, which is literally, it's just amazing. In the new ones, they put it somewhere here or here, which is when you're driving, you don't want to use it here. So I think the perfect place for this button, it was just here. This is just insane how good it's been built. So I'm very, very pleased with this. And this is the changing Eco Pro, Sport, Comfort, Sport Plus, whatever, taking the traction off, on, whatever. Apart from that, as a driving, this car drives amazing. I have been driving so many cars automatic gearbox, but let me tell you what, this car is just perfect. It changed gear perfection. The gear is just amazing gearbox. Well, I'll give an example. When you're driving in a 7-speed, yeah, and you put it in manual, yeah. You're in 7th gear and you're running like maybe 50, 60 miles an hour, 70 miles an hour. So you're 70 miles an hour and you're driving in the 7th gear, yeah. So basically, if you brake forcefully, actually, she's gonna change gear, and you won't realize. You're still believing you're in 7th gear. You can't hear it, you can't feel it. It's just insane. So the gearbox, I think, is probably the best gearbox ever been built by Germans. It's just good, very good. Apart from the poor quality, as I said, of paint that I am very disappointed about, and I don't really get it. Why? This car, I can tell you, not because I own this car, it's just a very well made car as a driving performance. It pulls whenever you need. It's just good. It's spaceful inside. If you look, very, very big saloon. Here the boot is big, not as big as the Merc, but it's still good. The quality is good, like leather. Everywhere is leather. Even here is leather. So this is not plastic actually. It's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous because this is very, very good leather and very soft. This trim, this is leather. This is really leather as well. So the only on plastic is just this tray here, this part. Apart from that, this is everything leather. Even this one, the glove box, is leather. Even here is leather. It's not plastic. And here, even here is still leather. It's just, I don't really understand how they've done a very good interior, but compromised for the exterior in the paint. This is just, I didn't understand. Seriously. This is plastic, yeah. This is plastic here. But this is leather, so everything is leather. Yeah, it's very soft leather. Everywhere. So, my opinion, I think this car, it never drove more than 52 miles a gallon. So I think this is the perfect consumption for this car. It's gonna get maximum 52 or 53 miles a gallon if you're driving 40 miles an hour, which I don't think so. Having a BMW, you can drive 40 miles an hour in a motorway. Seriously, you know what I mean? I think it's not right. So thank you for watching, and I shall see you again. Thank you. Bye.